Imagine a single place where all the knowledge of the ancient world was gathered, every scroll, every discovery, every secret, in one colossal library. Now imagine it, gone, burned, lost forever. This is the story of the Library of Alexandria, the greatest treasure trove of knowledge the world has ever seen, and the greatest tragedy in human history. Welcome back to Uncharted Enigmas, where we explore history's deepest mysteries and the unanswered questions that haunt our past. Today we dive into a legend, part fact, part myth that has captivated scholars and dreamers for centuries: the Library of Alexandria. The library was founded in the 3rd century BCE, during the reign of Ptolemy II Philadelphus, in the Egyptian city of Alexandria, a thriving center of commerce, culture, and learning. Its mission? Nothing less than to collect every written work in existence. Travelers arriving by ship were required to hand over any books or scrolls they carried. The works were copied painstakingly by hand, by scribes, and the originals were stored in the library. At its height, the library is believed to have housed 400,000 to 700,000 scrolls, containing the works of philosophers, scientists, poets, mathematicians, historians, many of whom we've never heard of because their writings are now gone. Historians speculate the library may have contained the complete works of Aristotle, including lost treatises on politics, ethics, and science, accounts of ancient civilizations now lost to time, maps that might have charted lands across the oceans long before Columbus, early medical knowledge, surgical techniques, herbal remedies, even anatomical studies that could have advanced human health centuries earlier. Imagine cures to diseases, inventions, or philosophies that might have reshaped history, erased in a single catastrophe. The first known destruction came in 48 BCE, when Julius Caesar laid siege to Alexandria during a civil war. To prevent enemy ships from pursuing him, Caesar ordered the harbor's ships set ablaze. The fire spread to the docks, and from there to the library's warehouses. Ancient writers claimed 40,000 scrolls were lost in that blaze alone. Centuries later, in 391 CE, Christian patriarch Theophilus ordered pagan temples in Alexandria destroyed. If the library, or a part of it, still stood by then, it likely suffered further devastation as religious tensions reshaped the city. The final tale, though debated by historians, says that in 642 CE, Muslim Caliph Omar ordered the remaining scrolls burned, claiming that if they agreed with the Quran they were unnecessary, and if they disagreed they were dangerous. The scrolls, the story goes, were used as fuel for the city's baths for 6 months. It's possible that the library wasn't a single grand building at the end, but a collection of archives scattered throughout the city. Over centuries, war, politics, neglect, and fire may have erased it piece by piece until nothing remained. The tragedy is compounded by mystery. We will never truly know what was lost. Some believe fragments of the library's works may have survived, hidden in private collections, translated into Arabic during the Islamic Golden Age, or preserved in monasteries. Others argue that the legend of the library has grown far larger than the historical truth, that it's become a symbol of humanity's hunger for knowledge and the fragility of that knowledge. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria is more than an ancient tale, it's a warning. It reminds us that knowledge is not guaranteed to survive. Civilizations can rise and fall, taking their wisdom with them. In our digital age, we might believe information is safe, but even now, a single global disaster could wipe out vast amounts of data in an instant. The library has inspired centuries of thinkers, writers, and explorers. It appears in novels, films, and dreams, always as a place where the ultimate truths of humanity were kept, as something just out of reach. So what was lost in the flames? The cure for diseases that still plague us? The truth about ancient civilizations we've never heard of? Or simply countless voices from the past, erased before we could ever hear them? We may never know. And maybe that's why the legend endures. If you could recover one scroll from the Library of Alexandria, what would you hope it contained? Let us know in the comments. And for more journeys into history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to Uncharted Enigmas.